And we might be the last ones getting married for real. So I went back home the other day and I was talking to one of my young boys. And keep in mind, he like 16. He like, yeah, bruh, I done gave up on that shit a long time ago. I'm like, gave up on what? He talking about relationships, trying to get married, all of that. He told me his plan was to get a really, really fine baby mama so he could just hit her forever. He said, because you know, you can always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah. And I was like, he young, he gonna grow out of that. But I was like, let me hear him out. Basically what he said, and he had a very good point. He was like, he feel like he ain't turned right now. So he was like, if he get a girl and he locked in, she just gonna cheat on him with the right dude, which is turned. He was like, when he gets there, when he finally gets his money and figures himself out and all that, she's only gonna be around for that. That if he didn't even have all that shit, she wouldn't even look his way. I was like, damn, he ahead of the curve. But I tried to talk him out of it. I tried to persuade him. I was like, hey, look at me and my girl. I met her in college. I was in a dorm, eating at the calf, no car, walking to work. And she held it down. She was still fucking with me, and we came up together. And he was like, yeah, bro, you might have found a unicorn, but I don't want to take them chances. He said, if I want to play with those type of odds, I could just put in a 30-leg parlay. Damn.
That nigga got a point.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. I am so happy to be with you guys again today. Definitely excited to get into another clip. This one's going to be a doozy, man. Hold on to your butts. So basically, I came across this video, and there is a lot to unpack here. It's just funny how when we have these discussions, we often talk about how jaded, men are when it comes to marriage and things of that nature. And the reason why men are like that is because men lie to other men. They mislead other men about marriage and about long-term relationships and about women in general, right? This video, to me, kind of perfectly encapsulates that. Already over marriage and blah, 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 blah. Just that alone was enough to like spark my attention. So I'm excited. Let's get into the video. Let's break it down because there's a lot of meat here. There's a lot of meat here.
And we might be the last ones getting married for real. So I went back home the other day and I was talking to one of my young boys. And keep in mind, he like 16. He like, yeah, bruh, I done
16 years old talking about you are already over marriage. No 16-year-old boy is talking about that. But let's assume that this story is real. I'm going to take it at face value. If you really do bump into a 16-year-old and he's already saying like, I'm over marriage, I already figured it out or whatever, he heard this from an older gentleman. Guaranteed. So to me, when I'm listening to this, I think I'm listening to like a 35-year-old man. That's what I'm thinking, right? I don't think a 16-year-old would say any of this stuff left to his own devices. You guys let me know. This is really weird.
Talking to one of my young boys, and keep in mind, he like 16. He like, yeah, bruh, I done gave up on that shit a long time ago. I'm like, gave up on what? He talking about
a long time ago. What, in elementary school? What you mean? What you talking about?
Relationships, trying to get married, all of that. He told me his plan was to get a really, really fine baby mama so he could just hit her forever. He said, because you know, you can always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah. And
no, young men, you cannot hit your baby mama forever. This is what creates a lot of bitter baby daddies. This dynamic right here. Men lying to other men, telling them that, you can always hit your baby mama. It's not true. It's not true. My daddy never hit my mom again. My daddy never hit my mom again after she kicked him out. My brother don't hit his old baby mama. Like, he don't hit neither one of his baby mamas. Y'all just be making stuff up. My homegirls, they don't be hunching their baby daddies. They don't even like their baby daddies like that. They baby daddies be trying to hunch them. That is what creates problems in co-parenting, because a lot of you heathens be wanting to hit your baby mama still because some idiot told you when you were 16 years old, you can always hit your baby mama, and he's just thinking that he's doing it wrong. He just got the bad baby mama. But in reality, that was never the case. So it creates resentment towards the father and the mother of the child. You're unnecessarily causing resentment. You cannot hit your baby mama, man. Y'all broke up. It's over. Let it go.
You know, you can always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah.
Like I said, keep in mind, this is a 23-year-old, 24-year-old probably, young man talking to a 16-year-old boy. He just co-signed and validated that very terrible advice. Yeah. Just that little, yeah. No. You're supposed to go, no, that's not true. Now it's the blind 35, 40-year-old man that told this 16-year-old boy something leading the blind, and the 23-year-old leading the blind. It's the blind leading the blind leading the blind. It's 3 blind mice. All 3 of y'all wrong.
I always hit your baby mama. And I said, yeah. And I was like, he young, he gonna grow out of that. But I was like, let me hear him out. Basically what he said, and he had a very good point. He was like, he feel like he ain't turned right now. So he was like, if he get a girl and he locked in, she just gonna cheat on him with the right dude, which is turned.
Young man, more than likely, the man is the one to cheat in the relationship. First and foremost. Yeah, this is stupid. Like, that right there was crazy. You're that concerned about a girl cheating on you? Who told him this? Who told him that all these girls are cheat? Once again, men lying to men. Men lying to men, telling me, you can't trust these women. They be out here cheat. Sir, you're a cheater, though. A cheater probably told this boy, all these girls be cheating, because he be cheating. On some Derrick Jackson shit.
He was like, when he gets there, when he finally gets his money and figures himself out and all that, she's only going to be around for that.
So now, if you get turned, if you get on and you become successful and a woman wants you, then she must only want you for your money. There's no way that you becoming an economically viable person would make you more attractive to a woman. Like, that doesn't make sense, right? Like, if that does make you more attractive, then that woman automatically has to be a gold digger and only wants you because of your money. Fuck out of here. You were not as attractive or attractive when you weren't economically viable to a lot of women. And that's okay. That's okay. There's also a lot of women that would deal with you wherever you're at, and they'll help build you up too.
Money and figures himself out and all that, she's only going to be around for that. That if he didn't even have all that shit, she wouldn't even look his way. I was like, damn, he ahead of the curve. But I tried to talk him out of it.
Once again, this older gentleman is validating this very terrible information that the 16-year-old heard from a much older man, more than likely. Blind leading the blind leading the blind. 3 blind mice. Crazy. No. You were supposed to correct him, bro. You're letting him believe this shit. And this is what I be talking about. It starts young.
I tried to persuade him. I was like, hey, look at me and my girl. I met her in college. I was in a dorm, eating at the calf, no car, walking to work. And she held it down. She was still fucking with me. And
let's go back a little bit, because this is very interesting to me.
I met her in college. I was in a dorm, eating at the calf, no car, walking to work. And she held it down. She was still fucking with me, and we came up together. And he was like, yeah, bro, you might have found a unicorn, but I don't want to take them chances.
So you mean to tell me that you just validated this terrible advice that he got from this older man, more than likely? You said he ahead of the curve. He's not ahead of the curve. Whole time you are with a Barber the Builder. You're with a Barber the Builder and you validated what? Terrible. And this 16-year-old, his comeback is, yeah, she's a unicorn. No, don't let him get away with that. Say, nah, that's not true. Tons of women will build with their men. Men make more money when they're with their women. Men make more money. Men don't come already built making all the money they're going to make. They come ready to be assembled. They come like IKEA furniture, and women got to put us together 99.9% of the time. We don't come built. He
said, if I want to play with those type of odds, I could just put in a 30-leg parlay.
dumb. So now, so this boy thinks that is a highly unlikely scenario, that he meets a girl or a woman that just likes him for him, wants to be with him and hold him down, ride or die, all that crap that these dudes fantasize about. He thinks that that's highly unlikely. It's not. It's actually pretty likely. Women are conditioned to be that way, sadly, in our society due to the patriarchy, right? A lot of women are rejecting that. A lot of women are waking up, but a lot of women still will hold you down even though you don't deserve it. A lot of women still will take a chance with you even though you probably don't deserve it, and odds are you're not going to work out. You're not going to shake out to be the person she wants you to be, the person she sees in you. You're probably never going to realize that potential, but there are a ton of women out here that are still building those men. My wife was one. My wife was one. She took a chance on me. Look at us now. Hey, look at us, right? My man's in the video. His girl did that for him, right? It happens a lot. I don't advise it to any woman. I don't tell any man to expect it either. But I got to be honest about it. There are a lot of women that will do that for men. So this lie that, oh man, that's a unicorn, that's actually common. Let me tell you something, young man. The unicorn is the man who sees the woman as a human being. The unicorn is the man who is already established before he gets in a relationship with the woman. He's already healed. He's trauma-free and drama-free and disease-free. That's the unicorn, man. That's the unicorn. Already have done the work, unpacked his misogyny. Unicorn. Ask any woman, have you ever met that man in real life? Nope. Hell no. They only seen him on the internet. They only heard about him in fables, in stories passed down from generation to generation. The woman you're describing, though, brother, that woman is a dime a dozen. And I mean that with all due respect to women. That woman is a dime a dozen. That woman that's going to treat you like a human being, hold you down, see things in you that you don't see in yourself, pull those things out of you, be there for you. That woman is a dime a dozen. That woman is a dime a dozen. You can find that woman anywhere. I know 15 of them off the top of my, I know scores of women that fit that mold. Scores of women personally that fit that mold. The man I described, I don't know many, if any, personally, in my real life. Personally, not many. Not many. So what are y'all talking about? I'm very, very disappointed in the older gentleman in this video too, sir. You were terrible. You need to stop giving advice to 16-year-olds. You're terrible. You couldn't cook a 16-year-old. That's pretty much how I live. You couldn't cook a 16-year-old, bro. Jesus. But here's the thing. He didn't want to cook him. He believed some of that stuff. He believed, even though he has a Barbara the Builder girl with him, he has Barbara the Builder as his girl, but he still want to believe, oh, these women is unicorns. He really thinks his woman is a unicorn? No. His woman's not a unicorn. She may be the best thing that he's ever gotten, that's for sure. She's not a unicorn, though. That story that he told, I experienced that story. My family, I got cousins, brothers, nieces, nephews, homeboys. Almost every man I know has a story like that. They got with some girl when they was young, dumb, and full of cum, wet behind the ears, and she built them up. Super easy. Seen that happen a million times. Seen it happen a million times, and I'll see it happen a million more. It just happened again right there. Quick as a tick in a New York minute. It's right there. It just happened again. There's tons of Barbara the Builders out there, sir, that won't cheat on you. Tons of them. Tons of them. You know them. They go to your school. They're not even hard to find. You don't even got to get online. You don't got to get on Bumble or Tinder or Plenty of Fish or whatever the app is you guys are using. You don't even got to go there. You can literally talk to any girl at your school more than likely, and she'll probably fit that mold. To the detriment of that woman. God bless her heart. She's going to have to put up with 10 years of trauma. And fingers crossed, you actually develop into the human being she thinks you can become. Men, stop giving young men advice. Young men, stop listening to bitter old men. Stop. And stop listening to bitter young men too. Stop it. Whole nation full of bitter motherfuckers. Tired of y'all.